Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salamu ala Rasulillah. Dear brothers and sisters, may Allah accept your fasting, your prayers, and all your good deeds during this Ramadan. May Allah gather us again under the roof of our masjid as soon as possible, inshallah. May Allah lift the calamity that has affected the whole world and let us go back to normal pattern. Tonight, inshallah, I'll be talking to you about the good job, alhamdulillah, that we're all doing. Alhamdulillah, we've been all fasting, we've been increasing our daily word of Quran, we've been reminding each other of the good that we can do. Some of us have volunteered some of their time to help others, some have donated more money. We've been trying to spend more time with our families, spending more time doing good deeds, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. So alhamdulillah, this Ramadan has been a unique opportunity for us to do more and not be busy with certain things that used to take time and we don't have to deal with this Ramadan. Alhamdulillah, some of us have done so much good that it's impressive. Some of us have been impressed with the amount of good that they have done, and some of us have been able to change people's lives by their doing, their effort, their spending. Occasionally we overwhelm ourselves and we start looking at what we're doing and we want to do more of it, and that's actually good. We need to do more good. Sometimes we start comparing this good that we're doing on a daily basis to the efforts of others, and we start wondering, well, I've been doing all this great work and spending all this time doing all those good things, but all those other peoples are not doing as much good as I've been doing, and I'm starting to wonder, are they as good as I am? Sometimes we start asking ourselves that question. Sometimes we start minimizing the amount of effort that others are doing because we're doing so much good. And in fact, when we start doing that, not only we're looking at reducing what we're doing of good, which is an opportunity for us, but also we are looking with an uninformed eye at the efforts of others. If Allah chose some of us or one of us or a group of us to do for others, that's actually a gift from Allah, an honor that has been entrusted with you. Because Rasulullah ﷺ says in hadith that اليد العليا خير من اليد السفلى وفي كل خير. Indeed, the upper hand is better than the lower hand. However, both are fine. So if Allah entrusts you with that upper hand position, you should not be trying to change that position. You should not be comparing yourself with another person who in your sight has a lower position. You should always strive to do better job every day. Inshallah, we all do realize that not everybody has been entrusted with the same responsibility, and being in charge of a volunteer activity or a common good is not necessarily everybody's job, and we should not ever minimize what others do. We don't know what they do. In fact, some of the people that we are minimizing in our sight may be in better relationship with Allah. True, we don't talk about those things. Many times we feel them inside and we never share them with others, but it's still something that we feel. And we should be careful with that feeling. Rasulullah ﷺ in hadith said, رب أشعث أغبر مدفوع بالأبواب لو أقسم على الله لأبره. Sometimes a person who's so ratty and unkept, whose hair is all uncombed and filthy, whose clothes are so dusty, might be in such a relationship with Allah that if this person asks Allah for something, it will happen right away. Now imagine, some of us work hard for a lifetime and we never achieve that position with Allah where we would ask Him and it'll happen. Now we trust the power of dua. We know that if we ask Allah for things that we need, if we ask Him the right way and we ask Him in the right time, we know that it will be granted. We may not receive it like we expected it. We may not receive it in the place we wanted it. So Allah chooses for us the best place and the best time and the best shape for our wish to be granted, for our dua to be attended to. So we believe in the power of dua, but still, some people have such a connection with Allah that they can make things happen right away. And those are sometimes the people that we are looking down at. We're minimizing their impact on the world, and we're maximizing, or in our eyes or perception, that we are doing a better job. We should be careful with that. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam once was talking to a prominent person in Quraysh. He was hoping to achieve a maximum impact on the well-being of the Muslims. So he was giving his full attention to this leader of Quraysh. And at that time, a Muslim came to him, a blind Muslim came to him and wanted to ask him a question. But Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam turned away from him and kept his full attention with that prominent person from Quraysh, again, hoping to achieve maximum impact on the well-being of Muslims. That encounter was documented in the Quran in Surah Abasa wa Tawalla. Abasa. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم عبس وتولى أن جاءه الأعمى وما يدريك لعله يزكى أو يذكر فتنفعه الذكرى صدق الله العظيم. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, you shouldn't have done that. You don't know who has a bigger impact or who has a better relationship with Allah. So you shouldn't have turned him away. You should have attended to what he wanted from you. So a person who we minimize might actually be a better person than us or those who we think are top quality and most impactful. As I think about this, I need to reflect and remind myself that I know you know those things. I know you're careful with those things. But a reminder never hurts. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, فَذَكِّرْ إِنَّ ذِكْرَى تَنْفَعُ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. It's always good to remind people, as reminders are very good, especially for believers. So as we are continuing to do good and bear the responsibility and the duty and the honor of being entrusted with the upper hand, we need to be careful, because the arrogance, sin, is a fatal one. Shaitan, when Allah created Adam, Shaitan said, أَنَا خَيْرٌ مِّنْهُ خَلَقْتَنِي مِنْ نَارٍ وَخَلَقْتَهُ مِنْ طِينٍ. I'm better than this guy. I'm made out of fire. You made me out of fire, and you made him out of clay. So I'm better than him. And that was his original sin. So we have to be careful and be cautious in looking down upon other people's efforts compared to ours. We should strive. Allah entrusted us and gave us this responsibility because He knows we can do it. لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها. Allah gave us this responsibility, this duty, this honor, and He knows we can do it. So we should not compare ourselves with others. If we are to compare ourselves with others, we should be comparing ourselves with those who do more. We should make them a role model. We should do more, strive to serve more, spend more, work harder, and affect more people. So as I conclude this, I say, may Allah accept your fasting, your prayers, on all your good deeds during this Ramadan. May Allah help us reunite under the roof of our masjid. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المستغفرين فاستغفروه يغفر لكم فيا فوز المستغفرين. أستغفر الله العظيم. جزاكم الله خيرا والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.